And now we can move on to part 6. So June the 4th, my family and I sent out an email to Vice Chancellor Coleman and Joy Hartfield, which is the Dean of Students, to see if someone can fairly address everything that's happened. After seeing that email, I give the Dean a call and ask her if she's in the office, to which she responds yes, and I hang up. Then she calls me back and she was like, I got a call from this number. May I ask who I'm speaking with? And I was like, oh, yes, my name is Azaria Shabazz. I'm not sure if you see my email or not, but I was just calling to see if you were in the office so we can catch you and ask you, did you get the email, and briefly meet with you to address everything that's happened. She then tells me she has a small window of time to meet, and my family and I go to the school, and we go up to her office, and we brief her on everything, and then she sends me an email on June the 5th, thanking me for meeting with her and asking me to provide the times where I can meet with her on either the 17th of June or the 18th. So I email her back and tell her I'll be available on the 18th at 11 a.m., to which she responds that she and I could either meet at 9 a.m. or 4 p.m. that day, to which I respond 4 p.m. works for me. So June 18th rolls around, my family and I get to the dean's office, we sit down and she's like, all right, let's talk about this. So we explain every single thing that's happened in depth, and my family and I noticed that anytime we would mention where Miss Blake, Miss Jasmine, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Hudson, Kelsey Highsmith fell short in doing their job as an authoritative figure that could have easily solved all of this mess, she kind of had this smirk on her face, like almost as if she was laughing. So that definitely rubbed my family and I the wrong way, because we're just like, this isn't, there's nothing funny. You're laughing, but ain't nothing funny. So then, toward the end of the meeting, she stops us and she's like, look, there are things that I don't like and there are things that I do like. I don't like what I've been hearing, so thank you all for coming to speak with me today. I'm really sorry that this has taken such a negative toll on your entire family, and I will do my best to do a thorough investigation. And we were like, okay, thank you, but what about the disorderly conduct charge? And then she was like, well, a student can be guilty of one thing and not the other. So my family and I are just like, all right, thank you for hearing us out. We have a good feeling about her, taking action and getting to the bottom of everything that happened. And so after the meeting, my sister and the dean have a conversation, to which it ended with the dean asking my sister for all the audio bites and evidence supporting all of my claims throughout the entire ordeal. June 27th, my sister sent Ms. Hartsfield the first email thanking her for meeting with us and sending her all of the evidence that she requested when my sister and her had that conversation. So now it's a few weeks later, and now it is July the 10th. Ms. Hartfield had not responded to the first email sent on June 27th, so my sister sends her a follow-up email asking her, hey, did you get my email? Like, what's the verdict? And she never responded. Then, July 26th, my sister then sends a second follow-up asking Ms. Hartfield, did she see the email that was sent on June 27th? Then my sister sends a third request asking Ms. Hartfield, did she receive the email sent on June 27th? But she CCs Vice Chancellor Coleman, because it has now been from June, July, and now August, and the dean has been ignoring these emails. So now, August the 2nd at 12:24 p.m., Ms. Hartfield sends me an email. In this email, she basically summarizes that in the recording that my sister sent her, she says that I did not leave Band Blast when I was asked to, and I continued to argue with Mr. Wilson and berate him by calling him a liar. So the charges of violation of university rules, regulations, and policies remain. Failure to comply remained. Disorderly conduct remained. She also said that I'm unable to participate in the band for 2024-2025, and that I also should not be around the band room. Keep in mind, she has had no evidence to go based off of any of the claims that were made against me until my sister sent her a soundbite, to which she flipped and is now saying that, oh, you didn't leave when you were asked to leave, when I did leave. but I was followed outside by Mr. Wilson. And like I stated previously, me calling him a liar to his face wasn't me being disrespectful, and it was not disorderly conduct. That was me stating a fact because, like I said multiple times, he is a proven liar. So August 4th, which is this Sunday, I get a very alarming call that my friend had been hospitalized that morning. So me being a good friend, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go check on her. I'm going to go see her and make sure she's all right. So I come to campus, and she and I go up to her room for a bit, and then I come back down and get in the car with my mother. My mother and I are sitting in the car, trying to figure out what our next destination is, when we then see Courtney Blake pull up directly behind my mother's car, to which she then proceeds to pull out her phone and then start snapping pictures and videos of us. Miss Blake then exits her vehicle and sits on the steps entering the building and stares my mom and I down in the car. My mother and I did not engage Miss Blake at any moment. We didn't say anything to her to prompt her to harass my mother and I, nor was I around the band room. This blatant harassment further emphasizes my point that the band staff members are unfit. And that will conclude all of the episodes for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to give a special thank you and show my gratitude to those of you who have supported me throughout this entire process and who have reached out and have shared that you too had these experiences. And for those of you who encouraged me to speak out about this, for those of you who encouraged me to not talk about this, for those of you who would have rather me stay quiet about all of this that has happened, I would just like to pray for all of you and to ask the Lord to come into your heart and to heal whatever pain and trauma that's keeping you from being a loving person, because ultimately the way that we treat others is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. And unfortunately, a lot of people who are involved with this situation haven't treated me and others the best, but I pray and I have faith that God will answer my prayer and do exactly what I just asked him to do for you. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.